In this video, we're going to talk about Bludd's revenge and how Spawn is being hunted, and we're going to get into all that in this review. Alrighty then, this is a comic book review of Spawn, issue number 353, brought to you by Rated Comics. Let's get to it. So previously in Spawn confronts a mysterious stranger who may become an important ally, and that's referencing the lady that he encountered in the previous issue. We don't know who she is, but we hope to find out a little bit more about her in this issue. But before we go there, we gotta go 2 months ago, the night Hell's War ended. That was a moment where Nyx took the throne of Hell in Spawn issue number 350. So these angels go from Hell in this battle between heaven and hell, in hell, back on earth, and like, what the hell are we doing here, man? I can't lift my wings. Me neither. What's going on? We ain't got no power, but guys, we need to find out what that is. All right, so they turn around and it's Eddie Frank, the Reaper, and they're like, okay, we're not alone. Is he a friend or a foe? We gotta know. So they're like, well, the wings aren't enough, so we need more than that. Soldier, identify yourself. And Eddie Frank, the Reaper, then transforms into something more demonic and not angel-like. And when his transformation is complete, Eddie Frank served as a redeemer for years, heaven's most devoted soldier. During one of his missions, he was ambushed by a group of vampires, and that's referencing Spawn issue number 197. He was bitten, transformed into something new, an angel-vampire hybrid. With near limitless resources, his celestial masters created safeguards to suppress his vampiric side. Those protections vanished the moment he lost his angelic powers. And you can see he goes to work on them angels. But now, Spawn and Terry are trying to find out the whereabouts of that lady, that mysterious lady. And she's not showing up in any of their databases. So Spawn's like, you think she could have made it through the dead zones undetected? And Terry's like, from what I saw, it doesn't look like she's operating with many resources. But the good news is, if she's after Bludd, I think I know where we can find her. Matthew Rummas, that's his real name, was just announced as a speaker at some big tech conference this weekend. He posted a video about it, but Spawn's like, nah, bruh, he's baiting her. And Terry's like, well, by the way, Bludd flew in from Barbados? I thought the rule about vampires was they hated sunlight. And Spawn's like, who do you think made those rules? Bludd spreads misinformation about vampires for centuries. His enemies come to a fight thinking they know his only weaknesses, only to find out too late they've been conned, and every vampire can trace their roots back to him. So going back to Eddie Frank, the Reaper, killing Eddie Frank might not even do any good. It might do him more harm than good. So curing Eddie is the only way to go, says Spawn. And Terry's like, good luck with that. I wish I can go with you, but my wound is taking longer to heal. And that's a reference to King Spawn issue number 32, which Terry got her at a party. He's still recovering from that gunshot. So Spawn's like, okay, I'll let you know how things go. So he walks off in some place in upstate New York. Some brother just plots down on Bludd's front yard or whatever. And Bludd's like, okay, we about to go in. I'm hungry. Let's eat. But before he can eat, he has to eat that gold bar. And that lady goes up from behind him and says, in case you're wondering, that blade in your shoulder, it's called a midnight scar, coated in the blood of the 6 desolation princesses and infused with the curse from the glass proctorate. It's one of the worst ways to go, especially for your kind. So look at me, asshole, and look at me good. I'm letting you know right now that you've lost. And this vampire is like, bitch, you have no freaking idea who you mess with. You better back up, all right? Even though I'm about to die right now, you messed up. And this girl's like, man, you talk too damn much. But the thing is, his fans and critics have often remarked on Matthew Rummas' uncanny ability to be in so many places at once. So this girl is shocked, because even for Bludd, there are only so many hours in the day, which is why, both for safety and logistical reasons, he's been using a team of changelings to represent him in most public appearances. Yeah, she did mess up. Her cover is blown. And now she realizes that. And before she can leave, she gets ambushed by this other vampire. Like, I don't know who she is. Do you know who she is, Reaper? And Reaper is right behind like, nope, never seen her before. But she's no angel, so why are you wearing an angel's armor? And the other vampire is like, you heard him, answer the brother's question. But she don't want to answer. She want to tackle him and throw hands on him. But before she could throw those hands, Reaper is throwing that axe on her back. And this vampire is like, okay, you're certain that she's not from heaven? Absolutely not. She's some of the breed, says Reaper. Hold on. He takes a sniff at her. Try doing that to a girl and try not to get canceled while you're doing it. And he realizes he knows who she is, but before he can make that announcement, Spawn comes in guns blazing. Now we're gonna take a moment here to admire the art, and I also want to take this moment to let you guys know that don't forget to check out RatedComics.com for some really cool limited print Rated Comics exclusives to add to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. And also, hey, this review is sponsored by coffee, so if you'd like to buy your boy a cup of coffee, donate to the super thanks or link in description, but the greatest compliment you guys can do is by liking this video and subscribing. But let's get back into the content. So Reaper's like, there you are, Spawn. I've been waiting for you. They go at it, they throw hands. She's looking at them like, okay, let me shake this daze off, all right? But she gets up out of there. And the other vampire's like, baby girl, the fun is just beginning. So Spawn's like, Eddie, listen to me. I'm here to help you. Help? I don't need your help, Simmons. Remember the last time you tried that? Tried to stop my dad from beating me and my brother Andy? That's referencing Spawn issue number 29, which we did cover on this channel, and that is a powerful issue too. But the beatings only got worse and worse, says Eddie Frank the Reaper. But you didn't care about that, did you? No, you just came and played God for a day, then left, knowing what he was capable of. You just left us there. And that's true. Spawn did do his thing, taught his dad a lesson, but when his dad was taught that lesson, he took those blows upon his son, Eddie Frank, and Spawn wasn't there for that. So Spawn regretfully is like, yeah, I did do that, and I regret it ever since, but I'm also here to tell you, blood's poisoning your mind. And Reaper's like, BS, tell yourself whatever lies you need to. I'm finally seeing things clearly now for the first time. And before he can finish his sentence, we don't know what this unsolicited missile came from and what its purpose is, other than just tearing stuff up. So when they shake the dust settles down. Vampire is like, Reaper, you okay? And Reaper's like, put out the call. We don't know where they're at. They're not getting out of here alive. So she runs, mysterious girl, and Spawn's like, hey, easy girl, I'm on your side. I don't have a side, so back away, she says. Oh yeah? Then what was that back there walking into an obvious trap without any backup? And Spawn continues, going after Blood like that was reckless. Now you've thrown away your best asset, the element of surprise. I don't care, don't lecture me, she says. Not after all you've done. You've caused this mess I'm in the first place. Not me, I'm just trying to clean up your stuff. A lot of people are. Fine, be that way, says Spawn. But you stay here alone, they'll hunt you down. You want out of here alive? You're gonna need my help, and I also need your help. One of those vampires back there is a friend of mine, under Blood's control. He's talking about the Reaper, Eddie Frank. But right now, they gotta get on the move and get the hell up out of Dodge. So right now, Jason Wynn calls the Fixer, that's his name. Fixer, what the heck was that about? So the Fixer responds, I didn't like the way things were going back there. Blood's guys were gonna finish him off. So your solution was to blow up the target? Oh, don't worry, she survived. And speaking of which, the good news is, I think she's what we're looking for. How do you want to proceed? Continue monitoring for now, says Jason Wynn. If you can, make a clean extraction. Take it. Otherwise, stay the heck out of sight. The last thing you want to do is start a war. As the director of the agency, Jason Wynn knows there's a time for aggression and a time for planned patience. And the thing is, Jason Wynn, him and Blood are kind of working together, but Blood, I think, has a sense that Jason Wynn is trying to do something against him. And Jason Wynn doesn't fault him for that, but he needs Blood because right now, Blood is the alpha in this game, where heaven and hell and all the demons don't have no powers, and the vampires have all the leverage, all the power right there. They run the table. But that is the end of this issue with Spawn, issue number 353, Blood's Revenge, and Spawn is Hunted. What you guys think of the comic? Comment below, let me know. Thank you for watching, and if you like the content we're throwing up, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Until the next upload.